What's up, everybody? This is Robbie from Geek Level Asian. I recently finally saw Ready Player One, and my expectations were set pretty high already, and I was blown away. Now, I'll be the first to say, I did not read the book, and I know that I really should, but I haven't read the book. So my opinion of the movie was formulated just by me going to the movie and seeing it. Now, so many things happened in this film. There are so many pop culture references. There are so many characters that you'll recognize, nostalgic references, that I am not going to be able to talk about every one of them. So instead, I'm going to pick 5 things that I really liked about the film. Number 1, I'm speaking generally here, and maybe that's how I should start out, but my first thing is the fact that they had the ability to incorporate so many pop culture references into one film. That sounds like a licensing nightmare. Like, I can't even imagine how they put all of that together, but it was very impressive. Because, I mean, I don't think anyone ever thought that they would see the Iron Giant and Chucky in the same film and have it work and make sense. You had the Michael Bay Ninja Turtles in there, you had Chun-Li running next to Tracer when they're going into the big battle, you had a gigantic mech Godzilla fighting Gundam. There was just so much stuff going on. And I'm making it sound like a jumbled mess, but all of this stuff makes sense, I promise. 2, although a large portion of this film takes place in the Oasis with everyone's avatar, there still is a large chunk of storyline that happens outside the Oasis. But to carefully put together a cast of young actors who can not only voice act over CGI avatars, but act in front of a camera, and be equally geeky and courageous at the same time, I'm sure that that's not a simple role to cast for, let alone be the actor and act. For anyone who's watched my videos, you've probably seen me talk about the art of acting because it is something that I heavily admire. And I love when I'm able to become fully immersed in a story. And I really do think that it was the chemistry of this cast that made that happen. Did the relationships, the friendships happen a little fast? Yes, they did. But I think that's because they wanted to get all of this done in one film. 3, Wade's obsession with Halliday. And the reason why I really like this is because I think that it illustrated what it is like to be a super fan of something. Being so passionate about something that it teeters along the line dangerously between being passionate and being obsessed. But I really liked this, and I liked how it was integral for the team to succeed being so interested in Halliday's life, because I know what that feels like. Now, I've never been obsessed with a video game designer's life, but I have been so interested in a topic that I will research it. I will watch videos on it over and over again because I love it. I can watch Super Sentai Henshin scenes over and over again. In fact, I do that regularly. And at its core, I think that's what it is. That's what the foundation is, to geek out about something. To be super interested in a topic that you can geek out about it for hours. You will spend your free time learning and reading and trying to gain some new level of understanding about a topic. I really liked that they incorporated that into the film. And again, because it's super relatable, at least for me, I know what that feels like. 4, I always love a good underdog story because who doesn't like to see the person that you would not expect to be the hero be the hero? The Oasis, this digital paradise, this alternate reality that everybody escapes to, is no longer just a game. There can sometimes be real-world consequences that result from your actions within the Oasis. So in this world full of avatars, you have our main character, Wade, who's a young adult that doesn't have a lot of money, but uses what's special about himself as an individual as a strength in the Oasis. Now follow me here. I believe that's why so many of us really latched onto superheroes so much when we were young. Because think of the very concept. You're an average, everyday person just like everybody else. But when you put on this suit, when you put on this mask, or when you put on your avatar in the Oasis, you can be someone else. You could be one of the X-Men, you could be one of the Avengers, or maybe a Power Ranger. So I love the idea of this unsuspecting kid being able to take down IOI and its entire establishment. Because no matter who we are, if we stop believing that we can do great things, then we just won't do anything anymore. And finally, this brings me to number 5. And this is the thing that I probably like the most about the entire movie, the idea of the film, and what it's about. In the last challenge to collect the final key, you have to play adventure. And the mistake that IOI makes is that they try to win the game. If you complete a certain task in the beginning of the game and don't try to go win the game, you'll be able to discover the first Easter egg that was ever put in a video game ever. Now that's a pretty cool fact in general. This was the first Easter egg in any video game ever. So instead of trying to win the game, Wade decides to complete this task in the beginning of the game so that he can find the Easter egg. And while he's doing this, he starts talking about how it's not about winning. Regardless of where technology currently is, or regardless of how amazing the Oasis is, all of this is a result of a very simple idea or a very simple feeling, and that's having fun. Not the hunger for power and trying to win, but enjoying the game. And that is very different, the dynamic shift between our protagonist and our antagonist. Nolan Sorrento only wants the egg because of his lust for power. He wants to be the most powerful individual both inside and outside of the Oasis. Wade wants the egg because he's fighting for the Oasis itself. And the only reason why he was victorious and he was able to solve the riddle that you didn't have to win the game, you just had to find the Easter egg, is because he embodies the essence of what the Oasis was made out of, which was loving the game, not winning the game. Now, the reason why this is probably my favorite part about the whole movie is because I think that this is super relatable if you take it out of the idea of the Oasis. So those are the 5 things that I really liked about Ready Player One. Again, I have not read the book, but I'm gonna read it soon. Everyone has been telling me that I have to read it, so I'm definitely gonna read it now. If you've already seen Ready Player One, I'd love to know what you thought about the film, especially if you've read the book. And after I do read the book, maybe I'll make a video comparing the two, who knows? If you like this video and you'd like to see more like it, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. You could also follow me on all the social media networks, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, all of that good stuff. Everything's at Geek Level Asian. Very easy to find. And for anyone who hasn't seen the film, why did you watch this? I'm so sorry that I spoiled so many things for you. So with that being said, be good everyone, and I will see you next time.